Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our meeting this evening. We are glad to have all of you. I hope that you are having yourselves a great weekend, and we are ready for this wonderful meeting. I want to welcome most sincerely all our guests who are coming in for the very first time. They are hearing this for the very first time. You're most welcome. It's going to be an exciting meeting. And so it's really great. My name is Pearose Cherotich, and I'm married to Pts Kariuki seated with me over here. Together we are blessed with 4 young children between the ages of 12 and 5. So today we are really excited to be your hosts. We've been with this opportunity for the last 10 years. We're actually doing our 11th year. And we thank God because of the great opportunity that is coming to you today, because it came to us 11 years ago. So I am a teacher by profession. I've been teaching in high school, mathematics and physics. I was employed by the Teacher Service Commission of Kenya to teach in a secondary school here in Nairobi. And today, I really thank God because as I was teaching, I went through a lot. Of course, in terms of the pocket, as we know, salaries will never be enough. Again, my health was really deteriorating. And that is why on 17th of July 2010, someone visited our home and gave us this presentation, which is coming to our guests for the very first time. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy, because there's so much in store for you, which you're going to learn. And I'm sure you will be blessed by this. You will keep thanking God for bringing you here. So I want to start by calling upon our presenter. We have a great presenter, a lady and a gentleman on this call who are doing this opportunity in a very great way. She's going to be expounding to us how she has also benefited within a very short time. And I know it's going to be a great time for you, as she's going to explain to us why we are called here, what we are called here for. So I want to invite Elizabeth Bett to please unmute yourself and come over and continue with the presentation. Welcome.
Thank you so much, our leaders, Pearose and Josephat, for this opportunity to do the presentation. I'm going to introduce myself. As you've heard, I'm Elizabeth Bett, and together with me is my husband, Charles Bett. You will get to see him as we move along. And we have 3 children between us, teenagers and a young one, 3-year-old. Yeah, he's back. You can see him, Charles Bett. And it is really great to be here and to be in this opportunity. We met this opportunity 3 months ago. Actually, this is our 3rd month, and we are really excited to be here. I'm going to give a brief of my story. Personally, I am an employee. I work an 8-to-5 job, and that is as an auditor. And my husband is also an employee. He works an 8-to-5 job. He's an engineer by profession. So of course you'd wonder why 2 salaries, and yet you are still like looking for something extra. As you are all aware, in employment, sometimes whatever you are paid may not necessarily be equal to or equivalent to the work you put in. And of course, you try every month to make ends meet. So when we got this opportunity, we said, wow, why not? To have something extra and to not budget so tightly every month, month in, month out. So that is why we came to this opportunity, and it came to us through a friend, our leaders. And we are really, really excited to be part and parcel. The 3 months that we've been here, it's been so exciting, and we know our future is very bright. So I'll take you through the presentation. I'll be sharing my screen, and later on we'll be joined by our leaders who will take us through the lifestyle bit. We are not yet there, but we are hopeful we are getting there each and every day. So I'm going to take you through what we stand for. And we say that our mission is to make the world a healthier and a happier place. Because without health, we are not able to do much. So until we get our health, that is when we'll be able to do everything that we set ourselves to do. So our mission is to make the world a healthier and a happier place. Then to add on to that, we also say that your health is your greatest wealth. Because as I've said, without health, there's really nothing much that you can do. And we say that health is affected by three major things. One of them is rest. We need to have enough rest on a daily basis. You need to have between 6 and 8 hours of peaceful sleep every day so that your body is able to re-energize and to have the energy and to start a new day. Then we also say you need to exercise. You need to at least do 30 minutes of exercise every day. At least be active. Don't just sit, eat, sleep, wake up. That is not living a healthy life. You have to be active. Exercise is key. Then the other component is diet. Diet is what we get into our bodies. What we eat really determines how our health should be, or our level of health that we have. So, and then we say that every bite that you take, you are either feeding disease or you are fighting disease. And you can see of us the two photographs of food. And I know most of us rely on the second, the picture on the right side. Why? Because look at how we normally treat our children, especially when we go out as a family. You find that most of the time that is what we feed on: chips, burgers, sausages, and all that. So that is feeding disease. The way we should eat is on the right hand side. Then now we are told that WHO has a recommendation, the way we should eat, the way we should feed our bodies. First of all, we start with physical activity and weight management. That is what I started with when I said there are three components that really affect our health. And for physical and activity and weight management, we don't have any remedy. There's nothing that can cure that. You really have to go out there, have your exercise done on a daily basis. If you can't do daily, at least 3 to 5 days in a week. So that one has no remedy. You have to do it yourself. Then the next thing we are saying, you should take unrefined grains. That is whole grains. And when we say whole grains, they mean like boiled maize, what is it called? The normal grains that we know that have not been refined, not the jogo, the hostels that we know, those are already refined. Then we go to fruits and vegetables. We say that you need to take at least between 5 and 9 different colored fruits every day, which of course for most of us might not be achievable, but that is what is recommended. Then we also inform that we should do 20 grams of proteins. But of course, practically you find that one person can even consume up to half a kg of meat. So that is what is the practice, but what is recommended is the 20 grams. We will see how we will invert that diagram using the opportunity of Neolife. Then the next thing is fats and sugars. We need to take 2 teaspoons of sugar every day. And of course, the 2 teaspoons of sugar doesn't mean the real sugar, the sugar that we know. It means even the food that we eat, the fruits that we eat, they have sugar in it. So in total, it should be 2 teaspoons of sugar combined per day. Then now when we move along, you can see that man in the middle, he's taking a burger with chips and soda. And that soda contains up to 13 teaspoons of sugar. And we've talked about having only 2 teaspoons, which is what is recommended. But that is now what practically you find people doing, which leads us to many other diseases, as we will see as we move along. So the first diagram is what we've talked about, the healthy wellness triangle. On the right hand side is now how your diagram or your triangle will look like if you're feeding like that person feeding in the middle. And of course, you find that most of the people nowadays, they really do little or no exercise at all. You move from your house, you take a cab, or you drive yourself to work, you sit all day, you've finished your work, or preferably you've taken your food, you're eating at your desk or at your office. In the evening, you get into your car and you go home. There's little or no physical activity. So that is how your triangle will look like. So when we move forward, we will see how we can invert, how we can with that triangle. But first of all, let's look at what WHO had predicted. It was telling us that by 2020, chronic diseases will account to almost 3 out of 4 deaths. And we know the chronic diseases that are really affecting most of us, most of our family members, most of our friends, which is heart diseases, cancer, diabetes, chronic respiratory diseases, and obesity. So that was the prediction, and 2020 was just last year. So you can imagine now we are in 2021, how that prediction is. So there's a solution in Neolife. And we have this Jerry Brasfield, who founded this amazing company that has really come to help us fight these chronic diseases. And of course, as we know, Jerry Brasfield also had an issue from childhood, but his mother, was able to address it using diet, nutrition, organic products. And when he got well, he said he's not going to leave the world just like that. He has to also help other people. And we are told that in your life, there are values that we stand for, and they are the values that have been able to ensure that the company stays afloat. And we say there is absolute honesty and integrity, which is key. People are number one. We have products that work. So if we say that this product will assist you or help you eliminate or manage a condition, that is what it will do. It is an equal opportunity for all. It doesn't matter your age, your race, your color, and all that. Then it's a long range vision. It's not a company that is there today and tomorrow it will not be there, because as you can see there, it was founded in 1958. So if you count 1958 today, to date, it's about 63 years. So of course, it's a company that has been there and it will be there. And it came to Africa in 1971, to Kenya 1996. And today, of course, if you are new in this call today, it is coming to you. Then we also have a very great scientific advisory board who ensure that these products are certified. There are no toxins, there are no chemicals, and there are really people who are trusted worldwide in their work. We have toxicologists, pharmacologists, and all those people. So be sure that the products really work, and a lot of research has gone into it. Then now, the solution, the Neolife solution, you remember we talked about the healthy pyramid, then now the unhealthy pyramid. So now Neolife, what has it come to do? It has come to fill that gap, to ensure that if your pyramid is upside down, it makes it stand the right way. So we have products that really help us to manage that pyramid that is not working well, or that is upside down. So for physical exercise and weight management, as I've said and emphasized, there's no remedy. There's nothing that can really help you on that. You have to really motivate yourself and work on it. Then now, to fill that gap for whole grains that most of the time we lack, we need to take 3NN, which is a grain concentrate. Then now for fruits and vegetables, we have the carotenoid that can really work very well on our bodies. Then we have the sugar and fats plus proteins, we have a wonderful product that is salmon oil. And it's not only filling that gap of proteins, fats, and sugars, it's also very good for the children, their brain development, for people suffering from arthritis. So it's a multifaceted kind of product that can really help us to live a healthy and a happier life. Then we have a wonderful product now for the children, which is liquefied. It's in liquid form. And together, when you combine now the 3NN carotenoid, salmon oil, and the essential vitamins and mineral complex into one, we get the Pro Vitality pack, which most of us, I know those who've joined, that is the pack that you got when you were joining. So it's a very wonderful product. It has 30 sachets, so it can take you through 1 month. Then as we move on now, we are going to share other products that are in this opportunity. We have the carotenoid, we've talked about it. It feeds the gap for vegetables and fruits. And we are told that it also improves our immunity. As you are aware, the children, young children, sometimes may not want to take vegetables. It's really a good component that is able to even boost their immunity. So we are told that it boosts your immunity by 37% in 20 days. Then we have a stronger dose for somebody who is suffering from a chronic illness like cancer, HIV, and all that. Now we have a stronger booster, which is a combination of 1 + 2 + 3. That is 1 cruciferous, 2 flavonoids, and 3 carotenoids. So it also comes in a pack, and it lasts for 30 days. So this one is able to boost immunity for those with very low immunity levels. Then now for weight management, those who want to reduce their body weight, we have the Neolife Shake, we have the Neolife Tea, and that is able to help us to, what is it called? It's able to respond to our insulin level, that glycemic index, so that it doesn't go so high. So you're able to control your appetite. You don't keep eating and eating and eating, which really contributes to weight gain. Then those are the additional products for the children. We've talked about the salmon, which is very good for the development of their brains. We have the Vita Spares, which has the 3NN. We have VitaGuard, which is carotenoid and flavonoid blend. Then now we have the Liquivite, which I talked about, which combines the three. Then we have the herbal alternative range. And you can see there are quite a number, 5. We have the herbal rest and relax for those people who work in stressful conditions and they need to really have that rest that we talked about, the 6 to 8 hours. Then we have the feminine herbal, which is able to balance the hormonal imbalances, which most of the ladies or women might have. The herbal respiratory, which is able to work on our respiratory system, especially those who suffer from some conditions affecting the respiratory system. Then we have the masculine herbal for the men. It's really wonderful. It works on their prostate so that they don't get prostate cancer, and those who are already suffering, it's able to alleviate that burden. Then we have the aloe vera juice, very wonderful, that is able to sort our digestion. Anyone with any stomach problems, constipation, bloating, that is really wonderful. It sorts that out. Then now we have the Golden Home Care products. These are the products that we use in our homes. We have the G1 for cleaning our clothes. We have the LDC, which is a multifunctional soap. You can use it for so many things in the house, from cleaning your floors, cleaning your utensils, taking a bath with it. So it's really a multifunctional soap, and they're all economical because for example, like the LDC, 1 liter you have to dilute with 5 liters of water, so you get 6 liters of the same. Then next we have the age-defined cell activating system, which is very wonderful on the skin. It makes you glow, it makes you look younger for longer. So this is actually a very good product because you don't have to put chemicals on your face or in your skin and now get other allergic reactions or other problems in future. It's natural and it's wonderful on your skin. Then the last product that we have is the Super Grow, which is good for the farm. It's able to increase your yield by up to 3 times. So it really works on your produce. If you are used to getting maybe 1 sack of a certain produce, so be sure you will get from 3 bags onwards. Then that is a range of all the products that we have at Neolife. Then the next thing now, that is about the products. We go to the financial and lifestyle success. Excuse the dog. That's the financial and lifestyle. Lifestyle will be taken up by our leaders, Pearose or Josephat, one of them. Then now on the financials, now you are here, you've been invited by someone, you've looked at the product, then you're wondering, so I am not sick, I don't know anyone who is sick, then why am I here? So this could be what you've been looking for, the financial bit. There's money. I know most of us had dreams when we were growing up, or even now we have dreams, owning the top of the range cars, owning a very beautiful home, and even owning a private jet. Who didn't want that? So those are the dreams that this opportunity will make you achieve. So there's something called a cash flow quadrant that was devised by one Robert Kiyosaki in his book, The Cash Flow Quadrant. And it divides the circle into 4 parts, the left-hand side and the right-hand side. E stands for employment, SE stands for self-employment, BB stands for business builders, and I for investment. So you find that most of the people lie on the left-hand side. You are either employed or you are self-employed. Very few people are on the right-hand side. That's the business builders and the investors. So this opportunity can really make you move from one quadrant to the other. Because you remember, if you are employed, if you don't go to work, you'll not get paid. If you're a self-employed person, if you don't open your shop for the whole month, you will not get anything. But people on the right-hand side, they can afford to stay home, they can afford to go for lifestyle, they can afford to travel to holiday and still make money. So how do you achieve that in this opportunity? We'll see it in the next slide. So this opportunity makes you move from the left-hand side to the right-hand side. So, and you do that by having this diagram that is illustrated. We have, when you're doing this opportunity, there are things that the opportunity or the company will give you, of which if you are doing if you are self-employed, you are not able to afford, or it's too expensive to set up. For example, if you open a small shop, you'll need rent, you'll need transport, you'll need the products, you'll need an app to do that, and all that, which is quite expensive. But this opportunity tells you, come, we already give you the transport, we'll give you the logistics, we'll give you the app, we'll give you everything, even the IT, all the support that you need. You only need to come and join. That is what you need. Even the products will be provided for you, well researched, and they've been proven to work. Just a moment. Yeah, so you are told, come and partner with us. And for you to partner with us, you need to pay something small. I call it something small because it's only 8,970. And in it, you've been given all that I've been talking about. You're given an international license. You can do your business anywhere in the world. You're given literature materials that you can read about the business and how you can do it. You're given your own website and a back office that you can monitor the way your business is moving. Then you're given the Provitality Pack, which will last you for a whole month. And if you're not a member, if you go to purchase that product, it will cost you around 6,000 and something. So meaning that 8,000 that you're paying, it's like you're joining with 3,000, then you're given a product that would be worth 6,000. Then there's free delivery countrywide, and you also get that bag, smart bag, you can see over there. Then you also earn points, as we'll see what points are and how it will make you build your business. Then we've talked about the Neolife solution and how that triangle can be turned the right side up using that pro-vitality. Then there are things that you are told that you need to do once you join us. There are 3 daily success habits that you need to do. 1, you use the product. By of course joining, there's a product that is already given to you, you use that product. And we've seen in the earlier slide that the product has 36 points. Then you're told you share the product, you earn points and profits. Then the next thing, you share the opportunity, you earn more points. Then you get to train, to learn, and you also train others, and you also get personal development out of it, because there are books that are recommended that are able to change your mindset from how you look at life, how you look at things. You also get to network with other people, which really builds you as a person. You get to learn so much in life. So those are the only 4 key items that you are told once you partner with us, that is what you need to do. And once you join and you do 100 points, you are given a distributor pin. You can see there in it's in a circle written distributor. Then now, as you move along, this business is about having people on board. You don't enjoy alone. So you're told you come and partner with us. You do your 100, you bring a friend, or by illustration 4 friends, and each one of them does 100. So in total, you've done 500 points. You get recognized as a manager, and then you also earn money. That is either 2,500 or $25. Then the next thing that you need to do, you continue doing the same. You are there in the middle, then you develop the 4, they become managers. And of course, it doesn't stop you from adding more people, and they adding more people. So if you do 1,000 points, you and your team, you also get recognition, and you see you've moved a step higher. You started as a distributor, you went to manager, now you're at senior manager. You start earning from 25,000 or $250, and you also get a recognition pin called written senior manager. That is you're really moving, and you are gearing or heading towards realizing your dream. Then the next step, you move up to a director level. And at the director level, you have senior managers, those people you've really helped to move up to senior manager. They've also brought other people, and together you do 4,000 points. So you get to that level of director, you start earning 90,000 shillings and over, or 900 US dollars. You also get a recognition pin. So this shows that you are progressing from where you started to heading towards living your dream. So in a nutshell, that is the chain, or that is the ladder that you will climb. And it doesn't have to be systematic, especially from distributor to senior manager. You can go from distributor to senior manager, but the step is distributor, manager, senior manager, director, sapphire, and you move up to the highest point, which is the president team. So for now, I'm going to invite our leaders, Pearose and Josephat, to take us through the lifestyle and welcome our guest who's been in this business since it started in Kenya. So thank you so much for listening to me, and I know we are going to learn a lot. Thank you so much. Back to you, our leaders.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Elizabeth, for that very nice presentation. We really appreciate. What a simple way of presenting the opportunity. I wish when we came in, when we were being shown this opportunity, we could have gotten such a teacher like you. I mean, For us, it's only that we had a big dream. Otherwise, it wasn't as smooth as Elizabeth has done it. So for our guests tonight, you are very lucky to have had such an experienced presenter. And well, I will not go too much into our details, but I'll introduce myself. Pearose had done it when she was welcoming us. And so I'm the Kariuki Josephat, married to Pearose here. For me, I was a full-time lecturer in the university here in Nairobi, Catholic University of Eastern Africa. And Pearose a high school teacher. But guess what? We were shown exactly what you have been shown. And we had no option than to just get started. Pearose was interested with the health because she realized that she would have messed up herself if she didn't reduce some kgs. For me, I was motivated by money. It's good to be honest. I mean, Kariuki Josephat, where I come from, somewhere in the central, we understand issues of money. You don't have to keep on explaining over and over again. So we understood at once, and I jumped in. Now the story is quite exciting. You would believe it, that starting very small, where Elizabeth has shown us as distributors, we were able to rise up the ranks through manager, senior manager, director. I remember in our 7th month, we were already earning something good enough that my wife resigned from TSC. 7th month, we were earning 3 times what the teacher teacher service commission was paying her. Then we were taken to Windsor, Government Country Club. And you wouldn't take a teacher to Windsor, you expect them to continue fitting in a classroom. For me, I continued teaching in the university. And in 1 year's time, I was earning more here than what the university was paying me. I know in the call we have colleague lecturers and professors. This is where you rightfully belong. And 2 years, I had doubled that. We started even driving ourselves. It's not unusual to have a highly educated person who is still on their foot. They are not driving because the economy in Kenya is not that sweet. I mean, we could earn a lot of money, yes, but it would all go into paying bills. And this opportunity helped us to start driving in our first 1 year. In the 2nd year, we found ourselves building our own home. We stopped paying rent, which was so painful for me. And in 5 years' time, I also fired my boss. Why? When you find a lecturer resigning from university teaching and at my age, just know that they are financially free. I mean, that's the word I can give us for that. By 2013, we had already become president. That's top of the ladder that you've been shown. And that humbles me a lot because most of you here, you'll be able to do it better than we have done. We'll be inviting our guest speaker in a few minutes, and he will show you that you can build a legacy in this opportunity. I mean, we are not in the business today for ourselves. We are here now to model others. Surprisingly, my dream car came to be a reality in just a few years of being in this business. I mean, I always wanted to drive a Land Cruiser, the latest shape, you know, and we found ourselves buying that cash. I mean, these are big dreams which we were able to achieve, and I'm saying you can achieve them. Today, we are living in our 2nd home in Nairobi. I mean, the first one, we are collecting rent. So that is very possible, and I love what we were shown, the dreams that we can be able to achieve, and it is going to happen for each one of us. Now, just before I invite the guest speaker, I would want to share very fast the lifestyle that awaits each one of us. So just a second, I show you what really awaits us, because Elizabeth has left that bit for us to show you the lifestyle that awaits. Right. Well, you can see the machine there. Doesn't it look, is it beautiful or handsome? I mean, beautiful. I mean, surely. That is life. And that's Pearose and myself and our family there. And then you are joining the best team. We'll hold your hand to perform as we've been performing. You can see they are being recognized by the founder as the #1 team. Then 2013, we were again recognized as #1. Went to Dubai for another super recognition in a 7-star hotel. We were given some token of $5,000 besides the checks that you've been getting monthly. You once in a while been getting some recognition with bonuses. And now for lifestyle and traveling, you start with the local lifestyle, become a director, and we start taking you to hotels like Pts Kariuki. You know, that was Intercontinental Hotel where we had our Bett breakfast with leaders. That's the Windsor where you are taken when you become a software director. Then you become a Ruby director, and you are taken to this Gold Cotton Hotel. We've been there with Pearose more than 7 times, believe it or not. Free of charge, paying nothing from the doorstep here in our house. They pick us to the airport, you know, with at that VIP level. And this is possible for each one of us. I love the way, if you are open-minded, God will help you to move from, you know, grass to grace. I mean, this is it. Many people ask, what is the secret? And there is no secret, now it's revealed. We went to Zambia, Victoria Falls, then Grand Hyatt in 2013. We went climbing to the top of the tallest building in the world, Pts Khalifa, with the founder and the CEO of the company, and the people like the guest speaker will be coming in a few seconds, you know. Then we went to the Obai, an island in the Indian Ocean. Imagine from classroom to this kind of lifestyle. Then we went to Cape Town with all these leaders that came, we mentored them, and we were able to go enjoying life. Life is not sweet when you enjoy alone. I mean, it would be very lonely at the top if we were at the top alone. But our greatest joy is that we are at the top with so many people who said yes to this opportunity. Then we went to Abu Dhabi. That is welcoming dinner at Abu Dhabi Golf Club, enjoying ourselves in the Ferrari world, Yas Water world, seeing the biggest mosque in the world, being treated in a 7-star hotel, Emirates Paris, you know. And then we went to Mauritius again, young and old. And towards the end of that 2018, all the presidents, we were invited for a very, very VIP treatment at Mexico, Los Cabos. And all these are presidents, meaning that it's not really an opportunity for just a few. President level is not reserved for just a few. You know what? Someone joining us today, you'll be surprised to find yourself climb to the top, and you join us in this league in just few months, few years, depending on the speed at which you want to move. Then last year, but one, we went to Abu Dhabi again. Imagine on this photo, I can see my father, biological, meaning the opportunity is quite good that I had to even bring my own parents. I can see likes of Mwesa India there, Florence Okech in Nakuru, and many others. And these appreciations will help you to live some luxurious lives. I mean, if they tell you, hey, there's some 615,000 here for you to go taking tea as you go back home to Kenya, you know, it's a good surprise. And a lot of traveling is lined up for all of us. 15th of April this year, wow, this year we'll be flying to Czech. Then after that, we'll be flying to Miami Beach and so on and so forth. Yet, it's just taking this first step of getting started. You pay the $89.70, ladies and gentlemen, and life changes for good. What is $89.70 if it is going to help you to achieve your wildest dreams? What is it? Haven't we spent even more money than this in ways that we cannot explain? So let's not procrastinate. Let's get on board and we change our lives for good. Now, it's really my pleasure to invite a gentleman who, when I came into this opportunity, he became an immediate inspiration to me. The guys you look at and you say, I will do this business. He had already succeeded big time, and he was narrating where he has been, those many places, and he inspired me. Up to now, I am forever grateful. And if friend Gichuki, you can hear me kindly, we would want to give you this chance to close the meeting for us.
Wow, wow. Thank you so much, Kariuki Pearose. You can hear me?
Very well.
Can you hear me? Fantastic. So it's a great pleasure to be here, to be talking to you guys. Sorry, I had like 3 meetings going on, so I was trying to balance all of them. That's why I was a bit late. So it's exciting to be in Neolife. It's exciting to be in this great team. Truly, it's a great team. It's a team that is holding the flag of Kenya very high. And we like saying it is putting the Kenyan flag on the map with the work that you're doing. And we are excited about that. So my name is Fred Gichuki. I joined this business a long time ago when I was a very young boy. I was actually in my 20s when I joined. When the business came to Kenya, that was 1996. And I was introduced by a stranger. I didn't know the guy. He was a pastor, came all the way from South Africa. And he found me working and he asked me, Fred, would you like to make money on a part-time basis? By training, I went to the poly. You know, my dad was a teacher. My dad was a head teacher. My mom was a teacher. So I didn't have a choice. I had to study very hard. I used to be between number 1 and number 3 in the stream. Those who know that you had to work very hard to be number 1 in the whole stream, not the class, the stream. And I was told, soma vizuri, utapata kazi mzuri, na maisha itakuwa mzuri. So I knew that the key to wealth creation and the key to achieving all my dreams was just to hit the books. So I did it. And I went to what they call the technical university now. Then they used to call it the Kenya Polytechnic. I did a HND in institutional management. So I came out of there as a manager. And I was so excited, and I knew that now my life was going to change. Now, a few things happened which gave me a rude shock, and it really disillusioned me about the corporate world. The first thing that happened is that some of my colleagues at my place of work got very good jobs, and they got a company car. I remember one was a manager at Fairview Hotel. Another one was a manager at Firestone, got a company car. Another one was an operations director at a chain of restaurants called Kula Kona. So I knew that even my ship was coming in, and I was so excited. But after waiting for several months, almost a year, I realized that was not going to happen. Somebody told me, just take the one that you can get. Don't really bother so much. If you select too much, you will not go anywhere. So I found myself working somewhere in a restaurant as a cook. Instead of being the manager of the restaurant, I was actually working as a cook and earning very little money. And what I did is that I started shifting from job to job because I was told that if you come from one job to the next, then you'll improve your CV. So I went on to become a waiter, receptionist, and life was not exciting. I would look at life and ask myself so many questions because I had done what my parents told me to do. I had the certificates. In college, I was a class representative. That tells you I was doing very well in college. I graduated top in my class, but yet I was getting a raw deal in the corporate sector. And I share that because I know there are many people on this call who have done their part as far as education is concerned, but they have not gotten the right deal out of life or out of the corporate life. Because you realize in Kenya, it is not the papers you have, it is who you know. You may have all the best papers in the world, but if your parents don't know the right people, if you don't know the right people, you might end up in a job that you really don't like because you don't have a choice, you have to survive. And when I was working in the hotel and a very disillusioned young man, this guy came and told me, Fred, there's something you can do part-time. And I could not attend a meeting. There were no Zoom meetings at that time. So I could not attend a physical meeting. So he told me, come to my room at night and I'll explain this concept to you. So I went to his room. I remember it was midnight and I didn't quite understand what he said. The whole place was dark. He just pulled up a piece of paper and he drew some circles. And after drawing some circles, he showed me what you've just been shared, what has been shared with you. I didn't understand much. The only thing I understood is this, that if I get in, I'll make money. And the only way to make money is to bring other people who will also make money. So you help other people make money and you make money. So I did some quick mathematics and I realized with all the friends that I had, I just need to bring them on board and I'm a millionaire. So I joined immediately. I didn't have the money to start. Incidentally, joining Neolife at that time was costing 9,900. That was the lowest option. There are other options. You could join with 80,000, you could join with 30K, but I didn't have the money to do those things. So me, I started, my dad used to say, you scratch where you can reach. I was not earning much money. So I started with the lowest option, which was about 9,900. I didn't even have the full amount. I paid a deposit. Then I went and borrowed from a friend and I topped up and I got started. So I like saying that I am here because of borrowed capital, borrowed 9,900. And for any guest who is out there that is looking at this opportunity and you don't have the money saved somewhere, you don't have some 10,000 shillings saved somewhere for just in case, I would say that you are the one who should have joined yesterday, because me, I didn't have the money. But I realized one thing about life. It's either you take action or you create excuses. When you create excuses, you don't make money. If I'd created an excuse, I don't have money, I would have lost this opportunity. But I took a decision, I borrowed the money and I got started. And I thank God I did that because my life changed. The first thing that happened is that I went talking to my friends after I joined the business and my relatives. And many of them laughed at me thoroughly. In fact, my relatives, my parents, my sisters laughed at me. And they told me, Fred, you're just wasting money. You had tried another business which didn't work. What makes you sure that this one that you've been told by a Mzungu will actually work? And they had a point because I tried several things. And I know many people on this call have tried things. I tried selling cabbages from Kinangop. I tried, I don't know, showing videos. I had tried selling insurance. Many things, Mitumba, I had tried. They didn't work for me. So one thing that I'll promise you, if you're here and you're a guest, the people out there will not understand. Even if you try to tell them, at first they will ridicule you. And I always say this, even Jesus Christ in the Bible was ridiculed by the Pharisees. So who are you as a human being not to be ridiculed? But that does not mean that you give up on your dreams. I refuse to give up on my dreams. I say to myself, I am going to do it to prove to them that it can work. Because you see, in life, it's only God who knows your destiny. And he says, I will bless the works of your hand. I'm not a pastor. Kariuki is more of a pastor than myself. But the Holy Book says that, I'll bless the works of your hand. But you see, if you first have to work, then your work is blessed. You cannot just sit. If you've been in a situation whereby you're not earning enough, the business, maybe you're not getting enough from what you're doing. Like I was not getting enough from my employment. My papers were not serving me. Then I had to do something different for my life to change. Now, I stuck to this business. I worked very hard. And I remember in about 7 months, I became a director. I got the title director. At that time, directors were not earning much money. You guys are very lucky. Today, directors are earning 90,000, 100,000 shillings a month. For us, at that time, directors, we were earning about 30K. So my director check was 30,000 shillings. But I was so excited because it was much more than my pay, what I was earning as a full-time pay. And I said to myself, this is unreal. I was only putting in 2 to 3 hours a day, yet I'm earning more than what I'm being paid full-time. I continued working. I worked very hard. I started helping my people to grow. I even started sponsoring. I changed. I learned what they call personal growth and development. My dressing changed. In fact, I started sponsoring even my bosses. Some of my bosses actually joined the business. You can imagine your boss joining under you. And you're the one who is showing him the business. So they looked at me and they saw there was a change in me, and they saw this guy has become a leader. And I went on, I became a world team member. And after becoming a world team member, I got my first trip out of this country. I had never been in a plane. I had tried to go to America at one point. We did a fundraising with my parents, but the whole thing backfired. The guy in the US changed his number or refused to pick our calls. I don't know which one. And I got stuck. In fact, I stopped going for family gatherings because every time I would go, you'd see them snickering and pointing at me, saying, that guy, he never went anywhere and he ate our money. You see, in life, when you do a fundraising, the people who produce the least money are the ones who are so troublesome. The guy who gave 200 shillings will complain more than the guy who gave $1 million. But anyway, so I really wanted to get into a plane so that at least people can know that this guy actually went somewhere. So when we were given a trip to South Africa, we were told to be at the airport by 5 a.m. I was there at 3 a.m. I didn't want to take chances. I knew one thing: if the plane flies, it cannot stop and wait for you. If it is gone, it is gone. So I got there very early. And I remember getting into the plane, and in that plane, we were with Anyang' Nyong'o and Kiraitu Murungi. Incidentally, they are governors. That time, I think they were ministers or something. And they were in this business. I actually found them in Neolife, and to date, they are still doing the business. And I really asked myself so many questions when I was in that plane. These are the ministers, the people that we say are the super rich, but yet they are doing Neolife. One thing I know about Waheshimiwas, you'll only find them where money is a lot and there is very little work. And that's why you'll find them in parliament dozing off, and yet they are being paid for being there. So I said, if a Mheshimiwa is doing this business, then it means that there's a lot of money in Neolife. And I said, this is a place that I'm going to retire into. In fact, during that trip, I wrote my resignation letter, but I only handed it in a few years later because of fear. You see, my parents never believed in business. They would tell me, you just keep on doing your full-time job and business on the side, because business is very risky. And they would tell me, no, don't resign your job, just keep doing both, because you might let go of that one and then business collapses. So I kept on hanging on, and I continued doing the business. Since then, by the way, I traveled just like karaoke. I've been abroad about maybe 20 times, courtesy of this business. I've been to America twice. I've been to Las Vegas. I remember going to Las Vegas. Oh, it was a beautiful place. Have you ever gotten lost and you're in a hotel? You're lost and you're asking a policeman, where is the breakfast room? And you're within the hotel. You have not left the hotel, but you're lost. That's how huge the place is. I remember being entertained by the people like Celine Dion, the musicians that we hear on the radio and all over. And you're seeing them live. I've been to San Francisco, I've been to Mexico, I've been to Mauritius, South Africa about a couple of times. So traveling has become the order of the day with Neolife, because every year we travel and the company pays for it 100%. Now, the reason why I share this with you is just to show you a young man who ule tunasemanga hakuwa na mbele wala nyuma, doing this business and reaching those levels. If I can do it, I know anybody on this call can actually be able to do this business and do it very, very well. And especially now that you have mentors like Kariuki and Pearose, who actually can be able to hold you by the hand and show you the way. When you are doing it, there was nobody in Kenya who was really making money out of this business. We were being shown magazines and being told this person is making money, but he's a South African. This one is a black, but he's a South African. So we had to do it by faith. But today, you have real life evidence that this business works. So you can actually grab it. We have offices. You can walk into our offices. When you are doing it, there were no offices. We had to go to Transami to collect our products. We had to import products from South Africa, go and pay duty to only pick up your products. And sorry, I think we got a bit of a power issue, but we are back now. So I just want to encourage the guests and the distributors who are on the call. Do this business and do it very seriously. And I know 2 to 5 years from today, you'll actually be standing here and giving a testimony, which will even be better than what I have shared with you. I've done many things with this business. I can tell you if it is the cars, the travel, the properties. I actually had a goal of retiring from employment by the age of 30, which I did. I quit employment by the age of 30, and to live a life of freedom. So for the guests who are on the call, join immediately. Don't wait to ask too many questions. You will learn as you go along. Take a step of faith, and God will actually help you to achieve your goals and dreams. For the distributors who are on this call, keep on working. One thing, let me tell you, there are only 2 people who don't make money in your life. Those who don't join and those who quit. Those are the 2 people that I can assure you will not make money from your life. But anybody else, if you come in and you hang in there and you work the business, you will make the money and you will create a story that will motivate many other people. So it's been a pleasure talking to you guys. I wish you all the best. And I just pray for you so that you can achieve more than even what you have anticipated. Thank you so much and God bless you. Back to you, Kariuki.
Wow, thank you so much, friend.